morning. It is Tuesday, November 3rd, I believe. And yeah, the weeks are just flying by. Taking it easy this week because I have found myself a little injured. I have a tear inside and not at the site where I was stitched back together, somewhere else, and that is a sign to me that I've kind of been pushing myself a little too hard, been doing too much. It's recommended that you don't pick up anything heavier than your baby for, I think, the first 6 weeks of your postpartum healing. And unfortunately, I have been the one doing the grocery shopping, and I should have just left the groceries in the car and let Steven carry them upstairs, but I was feeling really good and really fit, and so I carried him upstairs, and I'm thinking that's probably how I hurt myself. They were much heavier than the baby. So yeah, just kind of taking it slow this week, working on healing and accepting the pace that is required for healing. Miss Phoebe is 3 weeks old. She just passed out. I don't know how much of her you can see. Just passed out, little munchkin. Got a shower this morning, smelling all fresh and happy. Happy, clean baby. Yeah, last week wasn't too bad. The workload for school was actually rather light because it was Halloween at the end of the week. And we made costumes for the kids. We had a homemade Halloween this year. I'm glad that we didn't go out and buy costumes because honestly they changed their mind so many times that by the time we were making their costumes, it was Thursday night, so the night of the 29th, because they were going to dress up on Friday the 30th for class. So Jonas went as Gaster, a character from Undertale, and so we grabbed all the clothes that we needed to make his outfit, and then we just made a mask out of paper plates. I think it turned out really well. He was super happy. And then Samantha wanted to be a witch, so we turned her special birthday hat. She had a party hat from her birthday, and we painted it purple and stuck a nice big brim on the bottom and painted that purple. And she had this beautiful little purple princess dress, and so she just wore that, and I gave her one of our tiny brooms that we have in the house, and they were both totally happy and content with their dress up for this year. So I consider that a win. Samantha's all caught up. Jonas is just finishing up the last of his catching up. The school is actually getting prepared to open their doors for on-site classes for half days next Monday on the 9th. So we are choosing to stay in the distance learning model, mainly because we have a newborn in the house. And in all honesty, they're only going to be at school for 4 hours a day. You drop them off at 8, you pick them up at noon. I don't know how much socialization they're really going to be getting. I've only received an email from Jonas's 5th grade teacher explaining how the day is going to be broken up for her classes and what their focus is going to be on. Mainly the focus while the students are on site is going to be on academics and not on, socializing or art or anything like that. They're still going to have recorded lessons that they'll go home and then get the rest of their recorded lessons in the afternoon. So because of our personal situation, Jonas having a compromised immune system, having a newborn in the house, I really don't feel that driving them to school and then going back like 3.5 hours later to bring them home and continue school here at home is going to be very conducive to our household and how I can best support them. I feel like that would just wear me down a lot, and I would be too exhausted to help them with the things that they really need my attention and focus on. I know Sam really, really misses all of her classmates and seeing them and touching them and playing with them. She has been going and having play dates with particular families that we've been in contact with since this whole thing started. We have a very small circle of friends and family that we're in contact with, and they each have their own small circle, so we're trying to minimize everyone's exposure as much as possible. But yeah, I feel like keeping them here at home and actually being able to focus on their work with them, and I feel like that's the best use of my time and energy for them towards schooling. Jonas is doing amazing. He isn't really blocked in by time, you know, because during the school day, they have a set amount of time for each subject. But here at home, if he's not understanding something, we can watch the video again. We can rewind it. We can pause it. You know, I can watch it with him and understand what's going on and help explain it to him. So I feel like him staying home and taking time to get through his assignments is the best thing for him. Right, little munchkin? I don't know if you can hear her. She's kind of snoring a little bit. Yeah, so schoolwork last week, because of Halloween, was kind of light, and schoolwork this week is pretty much just like, all right, everyone, whatever you're not caught up on so far, like this is where you're supposed to be, get there. Like that's what this week is. This week is the teachers setting up for teaching on-site and distance learning. And it's a chance for everyone who is not currently caught up with their work to catch up and just be at square one with everyone else, moving at the same pace. So that's what we're working on. Sam is just doing her daily work that's required of her. Jonas just had a couple of main lesson pages that we missed from baby week, as he calls it, the week that Phoebe was born and he was out at Cindy's farm. So he's working on catching up in his main lesson book, and yeah, and then he can pretty much take it easy and just keep on pace with everyone else. Halloween was kind of lame this year. Just for the fact that we weren't as hyped up as we normally are. Like normally we decorate the house, we get candy like throughout the entire month. Like the entire month of October is like candy fest, because we get candy because we're excited, and then it's all gone before Halloween, so we just keep getting more candy. This year was it was lame. It was very subdued. I mean, Jonas went to Cindy's for his birthday weekend, and he had a blast, and I'm so happy that he got to do that. And, you know, she hid candy around the house and let him hunt around and collect it all. And we did the same for Sam. I did not end up doing a scavenger hunt. I literally just hid candy in multiple places in each room in the house and was like, go find it. And she found it all. So that was pretty fun. And, Stephen and I made sure to catch our annual viewing of Rocky Horror Picture Show, which was awesome. And that's like one of my favorite things that we do every Halloween. We used to catch it live through Chico Cabaret. And that was our annual, like, big fancy, let's go all out on a date outing for Stephen and I. Was we would go and watch a live performance of Rocky Horror Picture Show, and the participation is always so fun. And yeah, so we haven't done that in a few years. So at least we caught the movie, and that was very nostalgic and fun, and we were singing along, and even Sam recognized a lot of the songs because they had a karaoke disc for the soundtrack of Rocky Horror when we lived in Paradise. So she knows the songs, but I don't think she's ever seen the movie. But yeah, other than that, we're just in catch-up mode. We're in healing mode. I've been feeling kind of frazzled lately. Not really frazzled or stressed. Just tired. Honestly, I've just been feeling tired. Which is understandable. I mean, and it's not like I'm not getting sleep. I actually get decent sleep like every other day. It's kind of a weird pattern. Like one night I'll get like 3 hours of sleep, and the next night I'll get like 7. But no, I'm just feeling really tired and worn down lately. And I know that I need to take it slower. And I can feel that since I've slowed down that I'm healing, and that that's what's necessary. And I know that sometimes it's hard to slow down, especially when there's all these things on your mind. And honestly, I have not been paying attention to social media or anything going on because with the elections going on, there's just like a lot of really upset people, really anxious people, really stressed people. And with the way I'm feeling, I really don't need to subscribe to that at the moment. What's going to happen is going to happen. So yeah, just kind of taking this as a slow down, healing, catch up, take care of yourself kind of week. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell. I've got like cabbage in my shirt right now because I'm trying to prevent a infection. When you get an infection in your milk ducts, it is mastitis, I believe. And one of the best remedies is to take some cold cabbage, just a nice big leaf of cabbage right out of the fridge, because honestly the cooling is like one of the nicest things about it, because usually it's hot and inflamed. So you just take a big leaf of cabbage and you roll it with a rolling pin to kind of break open the veins and release some of the juices from inside, and then you just put it in your shirt and let it do its thing. Another thing that helps is expressing, like hand expressing milk when you're in the shower or the tub. It's not that bad, it was just a little painful, so I figured I would do something to help myself out instead of just like laying around hoping it will heal on its own, because that is the folly of my past, is just leaving things lay and hoping that they're going to work themselves out without me putting any effort in. So, putting in some effort, some intention, some mindfulness into our healing this week. Some mindfulness and taking it slow on school this week, because next week I really don't know what school's going to look like once the teachers are back on campus and teaching in person half of the day and then doing distance learning the other half of the day. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping it's going to be a bit like online college, just like all the classes pre-recorded, uploaded, like here's your schoolwork for the next week. Just tick things off as you get through them. I don't know. I really don't know. I have confidence, though, that we're going to do just fine. I mean, the kids have adjusted so well to all the crazy stuff that's been going on this entire year, honestly. Honestly, they're really amazing. And as much as they complain about certain things, they've actually handled it all really, really well. They've just shouldered it, and gone with it. And yes, there's been some upsetting days, there's been some breakdowns, there's been some crying, there's been some anger about the situation, but all in all, they're really amazing and they're doing really, really well, and I'm super proud of them. And they are both such sweet, big siblings to this little munchkin. Jonas reads to her every day, even if she's asleep, he doesn't care. And, you know, I told him that she should get used to him reading while she's sleeping anyway if he's going to read her to sleep, and he got really excited about that. Sam has jumped on the reading bandwagon too, because now she's started picking out books to read to Phoebe as well. So that's super sweet. I've got them waking themselves up by an alarm this week because I have not been awake at the proper time to rouse them from sleep and make them breakfast. And we had a discussion. I told them what's going on with me and my current healing situation and what I need from them, what I need them to do. And they've been really awesome, and they've totally stepped up. And they're actually both in the classroom right now. Sam's in Spanish, and Jonas is working up on the last few pages in his main lesson book that needs to be caught up. So, all in all, things are going really well, you know, aside from the small little things, but they're just small little things, you know. We will get over this. We will move forward. We are moving forward. The weather has been so beautiful. I love the sounds of the leaves blowing across the sidewalk or the street. I'm still super excited for when it's going to start raining. I love the rain. I know a ton of people in California are like, ew, rain, gross. But that's like one of my favorite things is the rain and the wind. I love when the wind really picks up and is blowing around. We've actually been able to open our windows and turn our cooling unit off and just enjoy the weather of the season. It's been super nice. The air has been clean and crisp. It's been a little while since I've taken Phoebe on a walk because it was so windy. I didn't want to, you know, disrupt her in some way. But yeah, all in all, super enjoying fall. Welcome to November. And yeah, moving forward, I guess we should start planning how we want to handle like Thanksgiving and Christmas this year. But that will come. That's coming in the future, and I'm not going to stress over it. And yeah, it'll be what it's going to be. So I guess that's it for this week, you know. I'll pop back in again at the end of this week. I meant to make this video a few days ago, but like I said, I was injured and healing and taking it slow, and that is what is most important, is focusing on my health. So until next week, we'll see you again. Stay healthy, stay safe, and find joy and happiness in the little things wherever you can, because they're all around us. Bye. Bye-bye.